Have you ever wondered if men or women actually feel more pain? It's one of those questions that seems simple, but the answer is anything but. For years, people have debated this, sometimes joking, sometimes dead serious. Is pain just pain, or is there a secret battle of the sexes happening every time someone stubs a toe or gets a headache? Turns out pain is a lot more mysterious than most of us realize, and the way men and women experience it is full of surprises. Get ready, because what you're about to learn might totally flip your perspective. This isn't just about who can tough it out longer or who complains more. There's real science behind the differences, and it's way more fascinating than you might think. So let's dive in and finally settle this age-old debate. Who really feels more pain, men or women? And more importantly, why? Pain is something everyone dreads. It's universal, but it's also deeply personal. But here's the twist. Does your gender actually change how you experience pain? Is there a biological reason why your friend might say, "You have no idea how much this hurts," and you genuinely don't? We've all heard the stereotypes. Women are supposed to be the pain champions. After all, they go through childbirth, right? Meanwhile, men are often told to man up and act like nothing hurts, even when it clearly does. But is there any truth to these ideas, or are they just old myths we keep repeating? Here's where things get interesting. Scientists have spent decades trying to figure out if there's a real difference in how men and women feel pain. And the answer? It's complicated. Research shows that pain isn't just about what happens to your body. It's about your brain, your hormones, your upbringing, and even your culture. Studies have found that women often report more pain than men, especially when it comes to things like migraines, fibromyalgia, and other chronic conditions. In fact, women are up to 3 times more likely to experience migraines than men. They also tend to have more frequent and intense pain episodes, and they're more likely to develop chronic pain disorders. But before you start handing out trophies, there's a twist. Men are notorious for underreporting pain. Thanks to years of tough guy culture, many men feel pressure to hide their pain or downplay it, even when it's serious. This means that the numbers we see in studies might not tell the whole story. Men could be suffering in silence, while women are more open about what they're feeling. And if you think it's all in people's heads, think again. Brain scans have shown that men and women's brains actually process pain differently. When exposed to the same painful stimulus, different areas of the brain light up depending on whether you're male or female. It's like watching 2 different channels on the same TV. Same show, totally different vibe. Here's something wild. While women might feel pain more intensely in some situations, they also tend to recover faster from certain injuries. For example, after surgery or injury, women often bounce back quicker, both physically and emotionally. Some researchers think this could be linked to hormones like estrogen, which may help with healing and pain tolerance. On the flip side, men are often better at handling short, sharp bursts of pain, like getting a shot or stubbing a toe. But when it comes to chronic pain, like back problems or arthritis, men can actually struggle more. Chronic pain seems to hit men harder, both physically and mentally, and they're less likely to seek help for it. So why is pain so confusing and different for everyone? The answer is a mix of genetics, hormones, and even how we're raised. Estrogen and testosterone both play a role in how our bodies process pain signals. Genetics can make some people more sensitive to pain, while others barely flinch. And let's not forget the impact of upbringing. If you're taught to tough it out, you might ignore pain signals, while someone else might be encouraged to speak up. But pain isn't just about nerves and biology, it's also about your brain, your emotions, and your life experiences. Stress, anxiety, and depression can all make pain feel worse. If you've had a tough childhood or gone through trauma, your brain might be wired to feel pain more intensely. And if you have a strong support system, you might cope better, no matter your gender. Throughout history, doctors and scientists have tried to measure pain, but it's always been tricky. Pain is invisible, it doesn't show up on an X-ray or a blood test. That's why so much of what we know comes from people describing what they feel. And as you can imagine, men and women might use totally different words or even different scales to talk about their pain. Some studies have even shown that when men and women are given the same painful stimulus, women will rate their pain higher on a scale. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're weaker. It could mean they're more in tune with their bodies or simply more comfortable expressing discomfort. Meanwhile, men might rate the same pain as a 3 when it's really a 7 just to avoid looking weak. So who wins the pain battle? Is there even a winner? The truth is, pain is so personal and complex that it's almost impossible to declare a champion. Both men and women have unique strengths and challenges when it comes to pain, and both deserve respect for what they go through. Maybe instead of competing, we should focus on understanding and supporting each other. After all, everyone's pain is real, and everyone deserves compassion, no matter their gender. So next time someone tells you they're hurting, believe them. Pain is personal, and both men and women are way stronger than we often give them credit for. Now I want to hear from you. Who do you think handles pain better? Is it men, women, or is it just too close to call? Drop your answer in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more wild science debates. And remember, the next time you're in pain, you're not alone, no matter who you are.